Ali, and today I'm going to talk about something that's a very important topic, and I feel like a lot of people need to be more educated about it, because I kind of want to cover a lot of things. Like, this topic is something that I care about a lot. For example, a lot of people that suffer from eating disorders, they're not what you typically expect. Like, you can't really see it. It's very unexpected most of the time. And we really need to break that stigma, because most of the time when people are suffering, you don't see it and they don't tell anyone. I know growing up, a lot of people always assume that I had an eating disorder because I'm naturally very thin. I was always naturally thin, and I'm like 5 feet tall. So people always assume that, and I can guarantee you that I've been fortunate enough to never suffer from an eating disorder, which I can only imagine how terrible it is to deal with them, because I've known people who have gone through it, and it's not the super thin person that you might think that has it, It's one of those things that people obviously keep a secret from even their closest friends and family. And I feel like to really help someone that's going through something like that, they need to get professional help, number one, and they need a lot of support from their friends and family, and just a very open mind for them to feel like they're being listened to and not only thought as someone who is different. Everyone goes through shit in life, and it might be something as severe as an eating disorder to just, everyday struggles. But I feel like it's really important to just be a friend and try to be as open-minded as possible and not judge people, because you just have to educate yourself on these topics and not say things that could be triggering to another person, because body shaming should not be a thing in 2018. From telling someone that they're too thin, or how are you so thin, or questioning their body, that's just so uncalled for. That just makes me so uncomfortable. Like, why do people feel the need to point things out on another person's body, especially if it's not controlled by them, Like, there is certain ways you can compliment someone without sounding uncalled for. So, yeah. And another thing I wanted to touch on is I know I've talked about it on my social media before, and how against I am of those dumb detox teas. And now apparently Kim Kardashian is promoting those lollipops that are appetite suppressants. Like, can we just think about that? Lollipops that suppress your appetite. And before anyone says, oh, they can be so useful to people, I'll get there. So let's just start by the fact that not a lot of people are well informed about how to have a healthy diet. I have seen so many YouTubers on here, so many influencers in general, promoting these stupid detox teas that most of the time people don't know how to use them correctly. Like I said, they're not informed enough to be using these things. Like, first of all, people already don't drink enough water. People just have so much fats and sugars every day, and they're feeling bad and they're gaining weight, and they ask themselves, like, oh, how can I lose weight? Let me just do these detox teas, and they continue to eat really bad, or they change their diet super drastically to where they're eating no carbs, and that's so bad for you. That is so bad for you. Before you do any diet changes, please just do it slowly. Do it with patience, and make sure you're eating enough. Like, I feel like calorie restriction and appetite suppressants should be used only advised by a doctor, and if it's a very crucial case, you know, where someone has severe obesity that they really need to control their cravings. Like, I totally understand that, you know, but think about Kim Kardashian's target market audience. It's mainly young women, or just young people in general, who would not, they're not one of these special cases where they should be using those appetite suppressants. If you have it says on the label like it curbs those unwanted cravings. And how about you curb those cravings with something healthy, something that doesn't have a lot of fat or sugars, you know? Maybe that's just a better alternative. But diet is so important, guys. Like, it's so important. And people shouldn't be glamorizing eating disorders, and people should not be judging them either. But yeah, I guess my message in this video is don't say ignorant, stupid things to others, like, oh, why are you this, why are you that, you know? Thin or a little thicker, you just shouldn't be talking about that. It's really uncalled for, especially if you don't know the person. If you're complete strangers, that's just extra weird. So, I don't know, be really careful if you decide to try those detox teas. I mean, I say drink a cup of green tea in the morning every day and you're good. Like, that helps your metabolism a lot. And it's a safe way, you know, it's herbal. If you get it organic, it will be organic and much more healthier for you. Trust me, you don't need stupid diets like that to get healthy and get the fit body that you want. Just be careful, you guys. And if you ever want to email me, you know, asking just some questions, I feel like I could help some of you because I have researched a lot and I have seen healthy changes in some things that I've done throughout my life. So maybe I can, you know, share some information because I would love to, you know. So yeah, whatever I can do to help you guys. I really care about you, and thank you so much for watching my content and supporting it. I appreciate you so much, and be fearless and smile.